In this video we will discuss AND gate using diode. In the previous video I have already discussed the working of logic OR gate using diode. So the construction of this circuit is like this. So the V1 voltage is applied to diode D1 and V2 voltage is applied to diode D2. This is the N terminal of D1 and this is the P terminal of D1. This is N terminal of D2 and this is P terminal of D2. Then the common point of both these diodes is connected to output voltage, and output voltage is connected to 5 volt battery via the load resistor RL. So we know that in AND gate the output is logic high, output is 1 or logic high when both V1 and V2 are logic high. So when V1 is 0 or logic low and V2 is also logic low, then the output is logic low. When V1 is 0 or logic low and V2 is 1 or logic high, then output is logic low. When V1 is 1 or logic high and V2 is 0 or logic low, then output is logic low, 0. And when both V1 and V2 are logic high, then output is also logic high. So this is the truth table for AND gate. Now we will discuss the working of this circuit. So when V1 is low and V2 is low, so when V1 is low, then the N terminal of the diode is connected to logic low, and when V2 is logic low, then N terminal of diode D2 is also connected to logic low. So when the N terminal of both the diodes are connected to logic low, so both the diode will act as forward bias, and in forward bias the diodes are assumed to be as short circuit. So Vout will be connected to logic low V1 and logic low V2 via the short circuit diodes. So Vout is connected to logic low of both V1 and V2, so Vout will be logic low again. So this is the first case. Now in the second case, V1 is low or 0 and V2 is logic high or 1. So when V1 is low, then this diode will act as forward bias because N terminal of diode D1 is connected to logic low and V2 is logic high, so N terminal of diode D2 is connected to logic high, so D2 will act as reverse bias. So D2 can be replaced by a short circuit, D2 can be replaced by a open circuit, and D1 is forward bias, so D1 can be replaced by a short circuit. So Vout will be connected to logic low of V1 via the short circuit diode D1. So again Vout will be logic low. So this is the second case, again Vout will be logic low. Now in the third case, V1 is 1 or logic high and V2 is low or logic 0. So now when V2 is low and V1 is high, so when V2 is low, then N terminal is connected to logic low V2, so the diode D2 will act as forward bias and act as short circuit. V1 is logic high, so N terminal is connected to logic high, so diode D1 will be reverse bias, so it can be replaced by a open circuit. So Vout will be connected to logic low of V2, so Vout will also be low. So this is the third case. When V1 is logic high and V2 is logic low, then Vout is also logic low. Now in the last case or the fourth case, both V1 and V2 are logic high. So when both V1 and V2 are logic high, so N terminal of diode D1 is connected to logic high and N terminal of diode D2 is also connected to logic high. So both D1 and D2 N terminals are connected to logic high. So both D1 and D2 are reverse bias. So both D1 and D2 can be replaced by a open circuit because in reverse bias diode can be replaced by a open circuit. So this whole circuit is gone. So this Vout will be connected to 5 volt battery via the load resistor RL. So Vout will also be logic high because it is connected to 5 volt battery. So when V1 and V2 both are logic high, then Vout is also logic high, or the output voltage is logic high when both V1 and V2 are logic high. So this is the working of AND gate using diode. Thank you. Please like, share and subscribe the channel.